Welcome, and thank you for taking a few minutes from your busy day to learn about Vibrant Wellness and its one-of-a-kind microbiome test. Let's get started. In this short video, we'll give you a brief background of what the microbiome is and how it affects the human body and human health. We'll also discuss how this is typically measured and how Vibrant does this differently from other labs currently looking at the human gut microbiome. If you've been alive at all during the last 2 centuries, it will have been hard to miss the big scientific emphasis placed on studying the human gut microbiome in relation to many aspects of human health. Breakthroughs in this field of science and medicine have allowed clinicians to treat patients in ways previously only dreamed of. Personalized and functional medicine has propelled the microbiome into the forefront of medical practice. The human gut microbiome is a fully functional, unique ecosystem that exists inside the human digestive tract. It encompasses all of the microscopic organisms that reside in the gut. Commonly, when referring to the gut microbiome, we are speaking generally of bacteria. However, there are some species of yeast present in the gut, and occasionally parasites make their way into the gut environment. Just like in nature, inside the human gut microbiome, there are both good and bad bacteria. These bacteria send chemical messages to and from the rest of our body. Some of the things our beneficial species of bacteria do include influencing our immune system, of which up to 90% resides in our gut, controlling inflammatory responses in our body, such as our cardiovascular system, and influencing the growth of our skin, hair, and nails through signals to the thyroid gland, as well as nutrient metabolism, such as vitamins and minerals, and helping our intestinal cells to stay healthy and strong. These beneficial bacteria participate in one of our most important barriers that keep harmful things out of our body. Without them, science and medicine have shown that we just would not survive. So what happens when things go wrong? When harmful bacteria become too numerous compared to beneficial bacteria, the wrong chemical messages are sent to the rest of the body. Inflammatory responses increase, and our risk for autoimmune reactions increases as well. We are also more likely to see a decrease in our vitamin and mineral conversion and absorption, leading to nutrient deficiencies. In addition, when the microbiome is not balanced, we are more likely to experience reactions to foods such as sensitivities, intolerances, and even allergies. Recently, studies have shown associations between microbiome imbalances and increased risk for autoimmune diseases, obesity, fatigue, autism and ADHD, cardiovascular disease, food sensitivities, skin conditions, and many other health problems. With the prevalence of data showing that the gut microbiome wields an important influence over the health of its human host, the time has come to make regular microbiome screenings a standard of practice in both the medical and wellness arenas. The incredibly diverse ecosystem in our gut is influenced by many factors, which can often make it challenging to examine and treat. With so many potential influences, we must approach treatment from the perspective of the whole body. Because we're talking about a unique environment that occurs in the digestive tract, we cannot simply study a standard blood draw to determine whether one has a microbiome imbalance. Traditionally, a stool sample is given to a lab in order to analyze the contents of one's microbiome. These stool samples are then examined to culture bacteria in them to determine what phyla and genus, and sometimes species, are present in the gut of the patient. Collecting a standard stool sample is rather messy and can often be unappealing to the patient. Once the sample is collected, what information do we need then? Some of the important things to consider when looking at the microbiome is not simply a species-by-species comparison, but moreover a comparison of genus and phyla-level bacteria to get a better look at the general balance between beneficial and harmful organisms. We also want to know the quantity of each of the types of bacteria to determine if an overabundance or a relative deficiency is present, which might affect some of the previously mentioned health risks. It is important to remember that we will not simply treat an overabundance of one or deficiency of another. We will treat the entire microbiome as an intricately connected system. One of the best parts of Vibrant Wellness's GUT-PAC is the technology. Because Vibrant Wellness analyzes its microbiome results with the use of microchip technology, we only need a very small amount of biological sample. Instead of collecting a standard stool sample, patients simply discolor the swab from their kit on their used toilet paper and send in the swab in the kit provided. The process is quicker, cleaner, and easier. Vibrant Wellness analyzes the 16S RNA present in the sample in order to obtain an accuracy of over 99%. In addition to the increased accuracy of Vibrant Wellness's microchip technology, this method of measuring results also allows for a lower cost of processing samples, which we pass on to the patient. Out-of-pocket costs for patients are less than half of what most of our competitors charge for similar tests. Everything you need to take a sample and send into the lab comes neatly packed into a small box, which Vibrant can send directly to the patient or to the provider's office if you wish to keep these on hand for direct sales to patients. Above and beyond the already mentioned benefits of increased accuracy, decreased costs, and revolutionary technology, what else sets Vibrant Wellness's GUT-PAC microbiome report apart from others in the industry? Vibrant's unique reporting system correlates imbalances of bacteria to 8 different broad categories of health: leaky gut syndrome, intestinal disease, cardiovascular disease, autoimmune disease, metabolic disorders, neurological disorders, liver disease, and accelerated aging. These 8 areas provide clinicians with a snapshot of imbalances and how they may be impacting various health processes. By breaking results down into categories this way, we are able to provide clinicians with a customizable roadmap to patient treatment. Due to the broad influence of the gut microbiome has on many of the body's systems, there is not just one set of symptoms that are typical in individuals who have an imbalance in their gut microbiome. Patients may present with a wide range of symptoms or disorders, and testing their microbiome both before and after treatment is beneficial to assess a baseline and any improvement made. Consider running a Vibrant Wellness GUT-PAC on any patient who presents with the symptoms listed on the screen, in addition to any conditions or symptoms that fall into the 8 categories previously mentioned. Those were leaky gut syndrome, intestinal disease, cardiovascular disorder, autoimmune disease, metabolic disorders, neurological disorders, liver disease, and accelerated aging. And the benefits don't stop there. In addition to all the previously mentioned benefits of cost savings, ease of use, cutting-edge technology, and customized reporting, Vibrant Wellness also provides a clinical support team of expert registered clinical dietitians who are specially trained in functional nutrition and the microbiome. All patients who have panels drawn through Vibrant Wellness are eligible for sessions with members of our clinical support team. Vibrant Wellness is also proud to provide one of the fastest turnaround times in the industry, with a 7 business day standard. Patients are also able to log in to view the results through Vibrant's web portal, which allows the patient to securely access their lab results from anywhere. Thank you for your time today, and if you have questions about using Vibrant Wellness's lab products in your practice or are interested in having Vibrant Wellness labs drawn for yourself or someone else, please visit us on the web at www.vibrant-wellness.com or contact us toll-free at 1-866-364-0963.